Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday night. It is the Valentine's edition of Once Upon a Turkey Leg. It's also, well, first of all, happy Thursday again. Welcome in, everyone. I see Tina was in the chat before. Hello, Tina, and hello, Chuck. And Mandy's Mermaid Adventures. Hi, Mandy. How are you? I love that new name. I love that change on the name. Very exciting. Very, very exciting. So tonight is Once Upon a Turkey Leg's 50th episode. This is the 50th time that I've gone live to do Once Upon a Turkey Leg. Well, it's the 50th numbered episode of Once Upon a Turkey Leg. I think I've got a couple special episodes that don't have a number, so it's probably a couple more than 50 actually. And not all of them were actually live. I know towards the beginning I had a couple, and I've had throughout the span of the series some of these have been pre-recorded, so I'd probably say not too many, maybe like half a dozen of the 50 are actually pre-recorded. So this is but anyway, this is still the 50th Once Upon a Turkey Leg. So I want to thank everyone for coming. This is the one of my streams that I have always loved doing. It was a product of enjoying reading the stories for people. During a longer stream that I used to do, where part of it was half of it was like chit-chatting, and then the other half was reading a story. So I started going live separately when I ended that show, and that became Once Upon a Turkey Leg. And so now I've expanded to reading 2 stories each week. And so thank you all for supporting my YouTube channel. I have gained more subscribers than I ever thought I would get. I was shocked when I hit 100 subscribers. I was further shocked when I hit 200 subscribers, and now I'm around 268, I think. But every time I see that number change, it's always very appreciative and humbled to have this platform, and that very appreciative that anyone would want to watch my content. And thank you all, everybody, for that. Tina, very supportive. Mandy, very supportive. My Gobble Squad moderators, which is Tina, Don Bone from the Hitchhiking Bones, Mike Wheeler, and Stacy Rogers, as well as Disnoa Noah at Disnoa's Adventures. Those are my 5 Gobble Squad moderators, and I thank them for their support. And yes, my Valentine's beads right here. Very nice, very nice, very nice. So I wanted to show this. I've showed this before, but tonight is actually Valentine's, a Valentine's stream. So I wanted to show this again. This is my Peanuts and my Charlie Brown Valentine's card, and then right there it says, "Happiness is having a Valentine like you." And I wish I could afford to buy one of these for all of you, but I only bought one because they're like a lot of several dollars. So anyway, it's Peanuts. Charlie Brown, you can see Peanuts and Snoopy. And one of my stories tonight is a Charlie Brown story. So tonight, as I said, it's Valentine's Day. So I'm going to read, I've got a couple stories for Valentine's Day about, love and all that. My second story has a very non-Valentine-ish feel, or you wouldn't think it off the top of your head for a Valentine's stream, but I'll explain that when I get there. So for now, let me introduce my first story. I actually got this after last week's stream, and I don't think I showed it on my stream the other night. This is our first story, A Charlie Brown Valentine by Charles M. Schulz. And I just ordered this last week. So this is brand spanking new from the Amazon Prime place. Here we go. Valentine's Day is around the corner. Charlie Brown and his friends are busy preparing for the big day and hoping to receive Valentines of their own. Valentine's Day puzzles me, Chuck, Peppermint Patty confides in him. If someone gives you a great big Valentine, does that mean they love you? Ooh. That is a very good question. Charlie Brown thinks for a moment. I don't think the size of the card really matters, he replies. Peppermint Patty looks confused. Have you received a lot of Valentine's Day cards? She asks. Not even one, Charlie Brown admits, but I have a feeling this will be the year. Just then, Snoopy walks by with a wheelbarrow full of Valentines. Good grief, thinks Charlie Brown. For Charlie Brown, Valentine's Day is just like any other day. As usual, he has a particular special someone on his mind. I'd give anything to be able to talk to that little red-haired girl, he says to himself at lunch as he walks by. The amazing thing is, I know I'm the kind of person she would like. But I'm not the greatest person who ever lived, of course. But who is? It turns out someone does think Charlie Brown is special. Marcy. She is making a Valentine for him. When her friend Peppermint Patty finds out, she is surprised. You can't do that. He'll think you like him, Peppermint Patty tells Marcy. I do. I'm very fond of Charles, Marcy replies. That's when Peppermint Patty realizes she likes Charlie Brown too. Uh-oh. After school, Marcy walks to Charlie Brown's house and asks him an important question. I may or may not be sending you a Valentine, Charles, so I need to know something. Do you like me? Marcy asks. Do I what? Charlie Brown says, not really listening. What? Forget it, Marcy tells him. Oh dear. Hi, Jackie, RVing to Disney. Welcome, welcome. Happy Thursday. Happy Valentine's Day. Ooh. Marcy tells Peppermint Patty she isn't giving a Valentine to Charlie Brown after all. The next day, Peppermint Patty walks home with Charlie Brown and stands by as he checks the mailbox. When he sees an envelope inside with his name on it, his face lights up. Got a letter, eh, Chuck? Peppermint Patty asks him, smiling. Charlie Brown reads it aloud. I know you like me, and in my own way, I like you too. It starts. We're getting into the mushy stuff now. Then he turns to Peppermint Patty and says excitedly, I think it's from that little red-haired girl. Peppermint Patty scowls. That letter is from me. You like me, Chuck, she insists. I do? Charlie Brown asks. He doesn't want to hurt her feelings, but he really thought the little red-haired girl sent him a Valentine. I guess it is really too good to be true, he thinks. Charlie Brown can't help it. His heart belongs to the little red-haired girl. He is determined to find the courage to give her a Valentine. So he makes a card and shows it to Sally and Snoopy. Sally is worried. What if she laughs in your face? She asks her big brother. Charlie Brown sighs. At least I'd be near her. Oh, sorry. I did not mean to do that. Oh, wait. Charlie Brown asks Snoopy to help him practice delivering the card. Charlie Brown goes outside their house, holds out the Valentine, and rings the doorbell. Snoopy comes out, wearing a bright red wig. He isn't much help. So Charlie Brown sets off for the little red-haired girl's house, rehearsing his speech on the way. That's Snoopy. Here, sweet little red-haired girl. I made this Valentine for you, Charlie Brown says as he walks. Then he gulps and begins again. Here, I hope you like this Valentine as much as I like you. He tries out a few different smiles and even a wink, but he is too nervous. When he spots a mailbox, he quickly drops the Valentine inside without even signing his name on the card. Oh dear. That does it. Oops. Let's see here. Oh. Okay. Next, Charlie Brown decides to buy some candy for the little red-haired girl. I'd like to buy a box of candy for a girl who doesn't know I exist, he confesses to the candy store clerk. But nothing too expensive, ma'am. I'll never have the nerve to give it to her anyway. Mhm. Charlie Brown makes it all the way to the little red-haired girl's house before stopping at a tree near her front door, too afraid to move closer. Maybe I can hide behind this tree and hold out this box of candy, he thinks, and when she comes by, she'll take it out of my hand. He gets as far as hiding behind the tree and holding out the candy before realizing how silly he looks and heads home. Or and heading home. He gets as far as hiding behind the tree and holding out the candy before realizing how silly he looks and heading home. Huh. Then Charlie Brown gets the idea to invite the little red-haired girl to the school's Valentine's Day dance. But he asks Linus to find out if she likes him first. He sits across the room from you, Charlie Brown overhears Linus saying to the little red-haired girl. By the window. No, in the last row. Well, sort of a round face. No, brown, like in town. She doesn't even know who Charlie Brown is. Hmm. Finally, Lucy tells Charlie Brown to just walk up to the little red-haired girl and introduce himself. I can't talk to her, Charlie Brown blurts out. She has a pretty face, and pretty faces makes me nervous. Lucy is furious. How come my face doesn't make you nervous, huh? I have a pretty face. How come you can talk to me? Hmm. So Charlie Brown runs away and decides to ask Sally to deliver a note since he had trouble before. He hides as Sally rings the doorbell. Will she laugh? Or can she possibly like me too? He wonders. Then Sally returns, hands back the note, and shrugs. She couldn't read your smudgy writing. I can't stand it, Charlie Brown sighs. Ay vey. At school, Linus urges Charlie Brown to seize the moment. Ask her right now. Charlie Brown is too scared. She's something, and I'm nothing, he explains. If I were something, and she were nothing, I could talk to her. Or if she were something, and I were something, or if she were nothing, and I were nothing. You know, Charlie Brown, for a nothing, you're really something, Linus says. Well, that page was not confusing at all. Yeah, poor Charlie Brown. On Valentine's Day, Charlie Brown and Snoopy get all dressed up and head to school for the dance. Dogs can't come in, says the boy at the door. This kid thought it was a costume ball, so he wore a dog suit, Charlie Brown exclaims. It works. Soon they are on the dance floor, and Charlie Brown spots the little red-haired girl. She's just waiting for you to ask her to dance, Linus says. Go on. Charlie Brown's knees are shaking. His heart is pounding. He takes one step, then another. I'm going to ask her. I'm getting there. I'm... That's when Peppermint Patty and Marcy pull him onto the dance floor. You sly devil, says Peppermint Patty. We've been looking for you. Soon it's time for the last dance, but the little red-haired girl is already dancing with Snoopy. Good grief, Charlie Brown sighs, realizing that was his last chance. Then he has a happy thought. It's a happy thought. Linus, maybe she sent me a valentine, but it was delayed in the mail. Maybe it's in the mailbox right now. A real fancy valentine with lace. So the next morning, Charlie Brown opens the mailbox. Maybe. And Snoopy pops out and gives him a big kiss. Snoopy hops to the ground and starts dancing. Then Charlie Brown and Linus are dancing too. Charlie Brown is disappointed that the little red-haired girl didn't send him a valentine, but he is happy to have such good friends. Besides, there's always next year, he thinks. It's a very happy Valentine's Day, after all. And that is the end of A Charlie Brown Valentine. Alrighty, and that was the first story. So, as I move into the second story tonight, I do want to introduce it. It is it's a nice, very nice story, Tina. It's I'm glad I got it. Glad I got it. So my next story is I'm going to be reading this in memory of my dad, who passed away last year around this time. And actually next week from tomorrow will be the 1-year anniversary of his passing. And I was thinking, I was having trouble deciding on a story to read. And I decided to pick a story that is a Disney favorite and really has become a Disney classic, I would definitely say. A story about a father who loves his son enough to face literally oceans in order to find him when he disappears. So I'm reading Finding Nemo tonight in honor and memory of my dad. And so here we go with Finding Nemo. Now, most of you who are reading this book or listening probably live above the sea, but others live underwater. Nemo and his father, Marlin, lived underwater. They were clownfish. Because they were clownfish, they were small, but other fish were big. Marlin was scared of the big fish, so he always kept Nemo close to him, tucked safely inside their little home. They're a anemone. They're anemone. Yeah, inside their home. But today was Nemo's first day of school. He was very excited. On the way there, he saw a spotted fish and a striped fish. He saw angry fish and happy fish. Mr. Ray, the science teacher, took Nemo's class on a field trip. Nemo and his friends sneaked away and swam to the really deep water. Marlin chased after Nemo and scolded him. Nemo was angry that his father had embarrassed him in front of his new friends. So he swam and swam and swam way up to the surface of the ocean until he touched a boat. Then Nemo got caught. "Daddy!" cried Nemo. "Nemo!" cried Marlin. Oh no. Nemo was taken away in the boat. Marlin tried to save his son, but the boat sped away so fast it soon disappeared. Nemo was gone. But Marlin would not give up. The only thing on his mind now was finding Nemo. Looking for help, Marlin swam into all sorts of fish. They pushed him and shoved him. They bumped into him. Soon Marlin was knocked aside. One friendly fish named Dory swam down to see if Marlin was okay. She was a little bit silly and she couldn't remember much. But she was happy to help Marlin. Hmm. Together, Dory and Marlin met a shark. Marlin was scared, but thought it was very nice of the shark to invite them to a party. The party was for sharks who were trying not to eat fish. Luckily, they did not eat Marlin and Dory because fish are friends, not food. Marlin kept searching for Nemo. He and Dory found a scuba mask that belonged to the diver who had taken Nemo. They swam down into a very deep, dark place to get it. Mm. The light was attached to a mean anglerfish. One second. Okay. Oh, down here it says, then they saw a light. I was wondering because the next page, okay. The light. So then they saw a light. They're in the dark and then they saw a light. Okay. The light was attached to a mean anglerfish, but it helped Dory read an address written on the mask. Then the two friends swam away before the anglerfish could eat them. Now Marlin knew where to find Nemo. 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney. Dory was so excited that she repeated the address over and over and over. 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney. 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney. 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney. Next, Marlin and Dory met some moonfish. The moonfish made funny shapes. They pointed toward 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney. Some friendly turtles gave Marlin and Dory a ride. Marlin told the story of his search for Nemo, and the news spread across the ocean. Even Nemo heard about it at 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney. He was very excited. He wanted to escape from the fish tank where he was trapped. Nemo's new friends were excited too. The little clownfish was bursting with pride. He had the bravest dad in the sea. Then a whale swallowed Marlin and Dory. Dory told Marlin he didn't need to worry, and she was right. The whale took them as close as he could get to 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney. In fact, he took them all the way to Sydney Harbor. Ta-da! Thank you, sir. At last, a pelican named Nigel helped Marlin and Dory go straight to 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney. But it was too late. A little girl had grabbed Nemo. Marlin couldn't save him. Darla. Do, 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 do. Marlin was sad. He thought he would never see his son again. But Nemo had escaped. Dory found him. Father and son were overjoyed. And when they finally returned home, both Nemo and Marlin were heroes. And that is Finding Nemo. And that is the stream tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I've enjoyed having this story time tonight. Really, this is a great milestone for me, hitting the 50th episode of Once Upon a Turkey Leg. If I had something to drink, I would, cheers. Here's to the next 50 and more episodes of Once Upon a Turkey Leg. I've got many stories left that I own that I haven't read yet, and and then from there, it's there's so many good stories, fun stories that I would love to read on here, and hopefully I this um, weekly stream continues for a very, very, very long time. Quick channel news before I wrap it up for tonight. If you're watching this live or on the replay, thank you so much. Tina and Chuck, thank you so much. Jackie RVing to Disney was in here, is or was in here. Mandy's Mermaid Adventures. Also, love the name. Thank you for being here, Mandy. Next Tuesday, on Valentine's Day, actual Valentine's Day, I will be doing a stream for Valentine's Day. The kind of an introductory, what I might call the pilot episode of my new Tuesday night show, which is going to be called Let's Talk Turkey. So we'll be doing a Valentine's Day themed or inspired stream. It's at 9 o'clock coming up on Tuesday, the 14th of February, right here on this channel. And I'm looking forward to that. Got a fun game in mind that we'll try. If not, maybe I'll send out the link and I'll have some friends on if it's a flop. But anyway, that's Tuesday at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So everyone who is watching live or on the replay, if you would bop the like, let me know in the comments if you are watching the replay that you were watched. And I look forward to giving you more streams next Thursday. However, next Thursday, because it is the day before the 17th and the 1-year anniversary of my dad's passing, I will, next week's going to be more difficult later in the week. So after Tuesday, I'm not going, won't be anything else until the following Thursday, which will be the 23rd. So I've got a really fun story for that, and I'll talk about that on Valentine's Day on Tuesday. But on Thursday, next Thursday at 9 o'clock, I am putting together a special memorial video for my dad, to remember and honor my dad. So I'll be looking for that. It's going to go live. I'm going to have it go public at 9 o'clock, the normal start stream time. So anyway, have a great night. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. So take care, everyone. Have a gobble-tastic night.